It's like that great saying that we all hear, misery loves company. And that statement is very much factual, but I feel like it's not all misery. Or maybe am I one of a kind? Am I special? I don't know, cuz I've seen like a lot of miserable people who are just like literally constantly in a state of just gloom. Like they walk past, and when they start talking, you just see that freaking rain cloud on top of their head, and they want to get everybody wet. And it's like, okay, I get it, like, sometimes life just be dogging the fuck out of us, we're turned to ruin. But you need to understand, like, that what happened to you, it's not like what was dealt by everyone around, and it's like, just because someone burnt you, that does not mean you burned the whole world down, like, go get that hoe, go get him, because like we don't want to be sacrificed for them. Go get them. No, I'm just joking, but like, for real, it's like, because I never understood that. It's like someone did something to you that like hurt and kind of destroyed you, but you take that out on everyone else. And it's like, what did they do to deserve that? Like, was it them who did that to you? Was it me? That's why I'm like, no. But again, it's like when there's a fire burning inside, if you get a little bit too close, you might just get burnt, not like, fires can be tamed, of course, and put out, but it takes a lot to fully extinguish a fire, um but you see, like, there's also people like me who, well, I can tell, I can say, one thing about me is I don't give a fuck to say how I'm feeling. I don't. And one thing I could say is I very much am in like this little miserable type of state of life right now. I can say that out loud. And the thing is, me, I know how it feels to be miserable, but the thing is, like, I can sit here and feel like I'm drowning, but I would much rather drown by myself rather than have someone there. But of course I say that, but of course I would love to have someone there right beside me. So at least if I was drowning, at least I wasn't doing it alone. But that's not enough for me to pull someone down just because I'm there and I don't want to be by myself. So every time where I get in states like this, I try my best to like push people away and just like isolate myself, because when I get in these moods, it's like I don't want people around me because I don't want it to affect them. I don't want them to see me as just like this gloomy person, even though it kind of is what like who I am sometimes. But it's like there's certain people where like I push and they like pull, and I'm like, I've like Taylor, for example, like she was the first person to show me like, oh, like maybe there's some people who are willing to, like, they know you're in like a wreck, like you just got into like a car fucking accident, and they didn't mind being there with you. And I'm just like, oh, like, I love that for you. But then for myself, it's like I don't want, like, as much as you want to help, I want to like help myself better by not allowing myself to like just like act out in the state of mind that I'm in. Because when I'm like this, it's like, no, you finna hear like, oh, it's raining outside. I guess that means we're just gonna sit here in bed and just cry all day long. Like, that's kind of what it is. But like when I'm in like a good mood, like I'm talking about everything that's good. I'm talking about the future, what's to come and stuff like that. But when it's miserable, it's like I don't want you guys to have to just sit there and like see me in that state. And then when you bite your tongue, then it's why are you so quiet? Why are you so this? That's why I'm like, honestly, what I'd much rather do is, yeah, shut my mouth and let it storm inside in my room while there's no one here to affect. But at least I'm not hurting anyone else. But that's because I'm very selfless, and I keep saying that, but that's just the truth about it. There's people who don't care. There's people who are really like truly miserable, like really miserable people. And I'm just like, what went so wrong for you to be like this? Me, I even get it. There's still times where like, even when I'm out there, I still try to like lighten up the mood and still try to like push out some like a level of happiness that I'm really lacking right now. But the thing is, I do try, but that social battery, it runs out quickly because I do not have enough energy to give. So the little bit that I give, like, it has to be like very, how do I say this, like, not selective, but it has to be used in like the right place in the right way, because like once it's at zero, like I need to go home and I need to recharge again and try again. But those people out there who just like miserable, and it's like, if I'm miserable, like, you're gonna be a part of my misery, you're gonna be a part of my misery, everyone around you, you guys, I'm a fucking tornado right now, and you guys are all gonna get swept away in it too. could not be like that. I couldn't do it. I just could not do it because I'm just like, what? Like the way you feel right now, it doesn't feel good. It most likely doesn't feel good. So it's like, why in this state of mind do you think like, oh yeah, what a great idea to involve other people around me in what it is I'm going through? If you can't like find a way to like navigate and allow them to at least pass through that tornado, just shut up. Like just hold on, just like be quiet, like respectfully. Just like silence is the best answer sometimes. Like if you have nothing good to say, don't say nothing out. But me, it's like when I don't say anything, I get it, people are gonna be like, oh, like you're so quiet, and I don't like hearing that. That's why I'm like, let me like try to like at least say something that's all right, or like fit the mood type thing, rather than just like be like a vibe killer or like a Debbie Downer all the time. But isolation, it really helps. It helps me just like recharge my battery. It helps me like come back to myself and bring myself back to the thoughts that I'm looking for. Because at the end of the day, if there's a problem within me, going to other people is not gonna always help me solve that problem. It's mine. It's mine to deal with. I know what's wrong with me. You may know from a glimpse or like an understanding of what I say, but like understanding what someone's going through is one thing, but to fully comprehend how it feels to be someone else is something that others cannot always do. There's people, we could all be sad, but the thing is, not everybody processes sadness the same. We could have both got sad at the same time. Your sadness could have lasted a month or a few weeks. Mine could have dwelled onto a year. It's like the way people process things is way different. But again, it's like, it's like you don't have to drag people down. If there's someone who's willing to be there with you while you're going through that and try to like understand you and just be there, that's one thing. But to just be miserable and just choose to like let out that wrath onto everyone else around you just because they're there and they're gonna feel what you're feeling, no, that's very selfish. I don't care to say that either. That's very selfish. I don't care. Because again, not all misery loves company, but those of you who suck people down, it's like your energy is being drained out of you. So what does draining out other people do? That don't give you any more energy. Do it? That's a question, actually. So if you got the answer, comments. Thank ya. That's my message for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.